us to world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tua going to throw. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there. 3rd down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Tua. He's letting this one go for Fuller. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. Right back to Waddle, and this time he's got it. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. 1st down, Miami. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. And he won't quite make it to the 25. brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, Wentz. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down. Keeper. Now a 2nd down and 6. Wentz going to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Wentz will give to Taylor on the draw. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. This is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now the pressure pressure, gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Quiddy Pay in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Going down the middle, and it's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second and 6. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 47-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Wentz on the drop-off to Taylor. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Wentz going to give this to Taylor, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7, as that one officially a loss of 1. minute to play in this first half. Now Wentz on third down. He's got Jack Doyle. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wentz now to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's third down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. A final shot before half for Wentz. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
First play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A chance for Waddle on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st down, Indianapolis.
Now Wentz. That ball caught by Campbell. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now Wentz. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On first down, Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So still 14 yards to go, second down.
Tua sets up to pass it. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Colts pick it up. Does the big boy have the juice? And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Wentz going to lead for Taylor on the option.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. To find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Looking to pass. Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
Another try after the first down sack.
Tua
Going deep here for Parker.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Check 41. I got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Go red. Let's go right here. Smash red.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Wentz. Pass complete to Taylor. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Wentz to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wentz. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy to the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Wentz. That's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Miami, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.